and we cook them down in alcohol, and we just reduce them until, you know, to our desired thickness.
In red label wine, tell him, husband.
Red label wine, marsala, Jerry and nephew, and port, and we just reduced it until we feel comfortable with that. Let me get my liquor. That's all the alcohol right there. Nice. Now with all that cherries and all the love from the chef. Alright, Love God family. Check it out. All the Christmas goodness right there. And then this is the inside of our cake.
In today's video, we will be making Jamaican fruit cake. A lot of people make their fruit cake. Okay, I'm gonna make it Andean's Creations way. So here I have some overripe bananas, my fruits that's been soaking for as long as I am in America, and that's since 2002. This is some cinnamon sticks and nutmeg. I have a dozen eggs. I have some almond extract, also some vanilla, some rose water, baking powder, eggs, flour, sugar. The rose water, the almond extract, the vanilla, that's to help temper the rawness of the eggs. Also, I'm going to grate some orange rind. A lot of people use lemon or lemon juice, but I'm going to use some orange rind. And today I will be starting with the butter and the sugar. I'm going to cream that, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how it looks like. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for your support.
If you haven't gotten your fruit cake started already, you need to get started right away because the time is going. Alright, so we got our fruit and we're going to be moving on to the next section. Make sure you follow up with us and we'll show you the process. The amount of ingredients that you use is very important, right? We're making a 2-pound fruit cake, so your flour, this is our flour, we're using baking flour, it needs to be 2 pounds. The sugar also needs to be 2 pounds, and your butter needs to be 2 pounds. That needs to be set, so the combination of the flour and the sugar and the butter is the same. Adding of your fruits and any other ingredients, you're gonna add those to your discretion. But butter, flour, and sugar needs to be the same amount, and also the eggs. So for every pound, you will use like 6 eggs. So we're making a 2-pound cake, so we're gonna be using a dozen eggs. All right, just for your information. All right, so that was the soft butter. So I'm just gonna pop this in the microwave. Now you don't want to go too fast with it. You want to do probably like 10 seconds at a time, and then you just want to feel it to see, you know, how firm or how soft it is. So I'm gonna pop it in. I'm just gonna put it not in a container so I can get a good feel of it. Because you want the butter and everything to be on the same level, so when it's heating, it heats evenly. So you start off with like a minute, and then you do like 10 seconds, and then you check, and then another 10 seconds, and then you check. And then check them. So see, it's already it's almost soft already. So we rotate them, and then you give it another 10 seconds, and that's it. See, it's nice and soft. So we're gonna go ahead and add these ones. See, super soft. So in case you're doing your cake last minute, That's how you get the butter softened real fast. Prefer brown sugar. You can use any sugar you'd like. It gives the cake, I'll give it a nice texture and a nice taste, because brown sugar has a different taste from regular white sugar. So this process is gonna take a little while. So periodically, as it moves from stage to stage, we're gonna show you guys how it looks. All right, stay tuned.
So I was beating the butter and the sugar for maybe 25 minutes or so. It's partially smooth the way I like it. And if you're wondering, I just have the bowl on a regular cake stand. You know, it's the bowl to roll cake. Easier. This administration version of fruit cake, I add ripe bananas because it brings more moisture to the cake. So I'm going to start adding my overly ripe bananas. As I said, it's 12. So as you see, I'm going to whisk them until they're smooth. So we are at another stage. So this is my 2 pound of butter, and my 2 pound of sugar and my 12 bananas. As you can see, it's fully cream. You can also make a banana cake when you do this method, the butter, cream the butter and the sugar method. So the eggs is supposed to be adding one at a time. So I'm gonna gradually add my eggs. That's 1 egg in, and then you blend it so it doesn't look like it's broken. You incorporate it exactly so it's whisked properly, so your butter looks nice and all of it looks have the same look. It doesn't look like it's separated. So I'm gonna follow the same process with all these eggs. Love God family, I have 2 nutmeg that I pre-cracked the shell already in the bottom of this, and like 7 sticks of cinnamon. I'm gonna grind them together so I can create my fresh nutmeg and cinnamon that I'm gonna use in the fruit cake. Love God family, I'm adding some rose water. Normally I don't measure anything, but for the sake of the video I'm gonna measure. So this is, I think I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons of the rose water. Oh, it smells so good. It also helps to keep the smell of the eggs, the rawness of the eggs in check. I'm adding some vanilla extract if I can get it open. I'm also gonna add 2 tablespoons of my vanilla extract as well. That's the flavor and the spice. And this is almond extract. I'm also gonna add 2 tablespoons. 1 tablespoon of the almond extract. I'm gonna grate some orange rind. As I said, a lot of people use lemon, but I am using orange that was freshly picked from my orange tree. So I'll be using 3 rinds of the oranges, and I will add most fruit cake I taste. Love God family, it tastes like flour. You can't find you've been searching for the fruits in your mouth and you can't find any fruits. For my fruit cake, I like to taste the fruit. So I had a decent amount of fruits. And then I'm gonna finish adding the orange rind. I just want to add the fruit so you can see the portion of the fruits, how much fruits I use, because it's a fruit cake, it's not a flour cake. So this is like 6 cups of fruits. I always have my fruits prepped. A lot of people says, okay, if you don't have any fruit prep, you can boil it. Yes, you can boil it, but if you're really preparing to make fruit cake, it's 12 months in a year. So if you're thinking about making fruit cake, you can get your fruits nicely soaked. You can use raisins, all different, the golden raisin and the dark raisin. You can use prunes, dry cherries, mixed fruits, whatever you like. But it's better to keep it in your alcohol, whatever kind of rum you like. Red Label is Jamaican, and you use port wine here. And you can, I use the Jerry and Neville rum. It has no flavor, so I had that in. What do you think, family? I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. And then we're gonna move to getting all the dry ingredients together, which is the cinnamon spice mixed with the nutmeg and salt. So when you get your color, the more you bake it, it's the darker it will be. So I try to catch the color of how I would like to have it. You can do it light if you want. You can make your fruit cake and not add browning if you don't want it to be dark. But the traditional way how we make it in Jamaica, it's always brown. So follow up to see how we combine the dry ingredients.
Alright guys, so here comes the little technical part. So we're going to be adding in our flour to the mixture. So we're going to sift this in. And the reason why we sift it in, as I said before, is just to make sure we don't have any lumps. As you can see, that's just the spices and the salt. So we're going to just add this back to it, because that's our spices and salt. And then you want to hold this in. As you can see, the mixture is getting a little bit thick as you mix. So we're gonna go ahead and add the rest now.
So we're gonna preheat our oven at, chef, what temperature we agreed on? 300.
We said 300. A slow bake.
Yes.
Not too fast, just slowly.
And we're not gonna use our big oven that eats the house.
So you wanna leave at least a 2 inches space for rising. So we have we're gonna put our 2 little egg-shaped ones at the
Love God, family. So we're gonna combine all the wines and the rum. It's a 1/4 cup. So it's normally we wet the cakes when they are warm, and then they cool down with the liquid and absorb all the liquid. This is a very high quality fruit wine, sweet wine. And then the mighty Jerry and Neville. Jerry and Neville.